I didn't even think about it. Didn't even care. Yeah. Didn't even because I felt I'm gonna win the fight.
One of the things that stands out about you is your vegan diet, and a lot of the things that comes with it with dieting is weight. Welterweight is obviously one of your best weights so far. Do you envision yourself going up to 154?
Don't know. In the future? I don't know. I honestly really don't know. If a fight was to materialize, something that was worth it, I probably will. But as of right now, I just want to fight at welterweight. It's a good weight for me.
If you were a trainer, would you recommend the vegan diet to other fighters?
You know what? Sometimes things are not. I wouldn't recommend it, but I would say try it. Try it out, see if it works for you.
Because it's very tough, obviously.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody's DNA is different. It might work for me, but it might not work for another fighter. It just depends. So I don't want everybody to go and adopt this diet. Just try it out.
And when did you realize it was good for you? As far as
when I won the title in England. Yeah. When I won the title in England, that's when I realized it was good for me.
Gotcha.
So you talked about you're not gonna let a 4-year-old man beat you.
Yeah.
You said a lot. When you look at Marquez, do you think he's as good as he was 5 years ago?
Man, just judging by his last fights, he's gotten better. He's gotten better as he gotten older, man. And just looking at his last fights, I think he's gotten better.
What do you think it is about him? Is it just his intelligence of ring? What do you think his reflexes?
He's working harder, man. I've never heard of anybody training 5 months for a fight, man. I've never heard of that, dude. Like, I'm like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Shit, I need to go train for 5 months.
You thought
trained for 10 weeks. He trained for 5 months. Lord have mercy. At 40 years old. So, I mean, he must have found something that works for him, and training that hard, I guess, is motivating for him, and it gives him strength. The more in shape I get, the more strength I have, and the more focused and determined I am, and the more confidence I have. So maybe training for that long at that age, he feels he's ready.
Now, everybody talks about his experience, but you got experience as well.
Man, I got experience, man. I fought a lot of top fighters out there, young fighters, Bumble World champions, war punchers. I didn't fought them all, man. So, I mean, this is nothing different. I'm fighting another great fighter, and I have an opportunity of a lifetime to beat him.
Is anybody that you fought compared to Marquez? Did you think it was this completely different than anybody you fought before?
You know what? No, his style is very unique. He typically fights like, I think it's like Ricardo Lopez, the great Mexican fighter who was trained by Nacho Beristain. They have that style with the high guard up top here, stand square, stand slanted, So, I mean, the style works very well and very well for him. So, no, I've never fought anybody like that.
When I talked to you a week ago, you talked about being like the modern-day Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
Because you've been fighting for respect your whole career.
Yeah.
After this, once you get the hump off your back, the people respect you. What motivates you after that?
You know what? What motivates me after that is continue just my competitive nature, man. My competitive nature to continue to rise and go after my goals. A lot of fighters, what they do, they make a mistake and they just look at one goal and they really don't have any little minor goals. See me, I have little minor goals and I just take it step by step. My ultimate goal is to be #1 pound fighter in the game. I set that goal. I want to be the #1 fighter in the world, and I won't stop until I get there. And this is an opportunity of a lifetime to get just a little bit closer, like knocking on the door. I'm in 3rd place now. All right, I'm almost 2 more levels.
Right.
So, when I remember when I was younger, a lot younger, going through the ranks and stuff, I would watch myself climb. By the end of this year, I want to be sitting here. By the end of the year, I want to be sitting here. And I remember getting to the top 10. And I was like, I'm in the top 10, I'm knocking at the door. And then all of a sudden, I remember getting to the #1 spot. And it was like, hey, then I remember capturing that championship. So that's what I do, man. I set goals for myself. And this is definitely another goal that I have for myself. I wanted to fight this guy. He wanted to fight me. So it makes it interesting.